Tonight on Evening, the best urban hikes in Snohomish County, including one that's a little wild. The farm incarnation that's a big thing. Plus, it's your chance to tell us what you think of the show, bobbleheads and all. Well, good evening and welcome to Sunshiny Carnation. We are at Remlinger Farms. Forgive the squint, but it is still full summer mode here, and timing is everything. This is great news ahead of the big crescendo weekend for the STG teaming up with Remlinger for the Thing music series. The Roots, amongst others, will be here this weekend. This property has grown up so much. Let's bring in the owner, Nathan, doing the family proud. Would your grandpa have ever imagined his 300-acre property would go from selling corn roadside, picking a few berries, to all of this?
No, it's people still remember it as you picking berries and pumpkins here.
If you keep driving, you'll find a whole lot more hiding back here.
Oh yeah, I mean now we have a whole brewery, a concert.
An award-winning brewery, by the way. Congrats.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I should say, you guys also look out for the locals. You've got another stage that is reserved exclusively for locals from the valley. That's very cool. I'm still surprised that so many people don't realize that, this opened in 1965. It's grown up quite a bit, but you've got a ton of rides. There is a legit amusement park back here.
Yeah, no, we have over 20 rides. There's a whole 50-foot Ferris wheel and our iconic train ride, so it's a lot of fun.
Great opportunity to come out and maybe re-experience Remlinger Farms this weekend. Thing Summer Concert Series, the Crescendo is this weekend. The Roots, amongst others, are here. And the great news is kids 12 and under are free.
Absolutely free. They get to enjoy the concert and the amusement park, and it's a great family fun.
More to come here from Remlinger. We'll tell you more about the artists here at Thing, but we must turn our attention to the audience because, Nathan, from time to time they give us feedback. They send us love letters, constructive criticism sometimes, and sometimes they'll even tell us about amazing bobbleheads that they found out in the wild. They want to know more. Here is Jose with the latest Evening Inbox.
Okay, we got a lot of great comments about a unicycle story I did, and it was about the one-wheel wonders. On YouTube, Jason.292 commented, "That's awesome. I wanna try. I ride electric unicycles, but this is different. For sure is very different." And on TikTok, "I'm jealous. I had a unicycle when I was 10, circa 1970, and could never get farther than 15-20 feet down the road." The funny thing about this comment is that it comes from an account that says road trip to Mordor. So I'm assuming your trips takes a long time. Another comment says, "This is amazing." That comes from Cascadian Clown. Well, you are a clown. I'm assuming you like unicycles. Okay, I want to give a shout out to the kids of Whittier Elementary School because you made that story. Now let's move on to another story. This one was done by Saint. It's about a former teacher that created a unique campground, one that Twilight's fans will find loca, if you know what I mean. On Instagram, Sadie Talia, wow, that's an interesting one, wrote, "This is such a great recognition for the work and love you show you dream campground. Love it, great job, Evening Magazine." And Wood.Melissa says, "What a great piece, yay!" And on TikTok, 1990, Lee 2013, this person loves dates, wrote, "I live here and have never heard of this place. Thanks. I will keep this in mind if anyone asks me where to stay." Another comment comes from Nana Banana, says, "I have lived here all my entire life and never knew this was here." Similar comment. Okay, when we posted about Chris Cashman and joining Team Evening, a lot of fun comments came in too. One wrote, this is Eric, "Can we get cameos from his dad?" Of course, they're talking about Pat Cashman. And then Anne wrote, "I just saw a bobblehead of you on Goodwill. The question is, did you buy it or no?" Another day I posted on Instagram that it was a fun, day out in the water, and it was about me crabbing with a friend. And I wrote on the photo, "Anyone craving crab legs?" And out of nowhere, I got a post message from a college student saying, "I am craving a response to my email." Kidding, I know you are probably so busy. The funny thing, I never got a comment, I never got that email. But because I got that message, Look who's here. So keep persisting, keep persisting.
You know what, Ann? I am gonna get you one of those bobbleheads. In fact, I'm gonna get you an entire case of those bobbleheads. Yes, hard to believe it exists, but it does. And I hope you enjoy. You know what, if you have some feedback for any of us here on Evening, hit us up on email or social media. We love reading your comments. All right, now we head to Tacoma to reveal one of the city's perhaps best kept secrets. There's a Vietnamese restaurant, barbecue style, in the Lincoln District, and apparently the duck is so savory, people are willing to drive 2 hours just to eat it.
In Tacoma's Lincoln District, the city's original international neighborhood, the rat-a-tat of a heavy cleaver has been drawing customers to Thọ Từờng BBQ for more than 25 years.
We always have a wait, and that's because everything is made fresh and no leftover. Our customers know to come early and grab the food before we run out.
Handling the cleaver is Phuc Ngo, the duck master. Born in Vietnam, he learned his trade in Seattle before opening his own restaurant in 1998.
He's here day and night, 7 days a week for over 25 years.
He'd been here since 3 this morning, roasting duck in an oven that has left burn marks up and down his arms.
Smells so good.
The price of perfection.
Khi mình quay thì nó sẽ giữ cái độ.
It's important to maintain the moisture of the duck when it's being roasted, he tells us. I want to make sure the skin is crispy and shiny. Whether it's roasted duck or pork, the goal has always been consistency. The result? Just about every new customer becomes a regular.
Oh, well, it's a family-run business, and they have like the best barbecue pork.
The pork is crispy and juicy and comes with fresh vegetables and pickled cabbage. The duck noodle soup is the very definition of comfort food. The flat duck seen here is Phuc's original recipe, roasted in a way that retains all the flavor.
Even on his days off, he still goes and pick up the fresh lettuce, the fresh duck. He pick out everything so that his product is always on par. You know, he put his life into this place. This is his baby.
It may be his baby, but customers all over the Northwest are starting to feel some ownership of this place. You see, the secret has been out for a while.
There's folks coming from Mukilteo, from Everett, from Linwood, and there's folks ordering all the way from Portland, Vancouver, Washington. So people are driving an hour and a half, 2 hours here. And you know, we're really happy that we get support from everywhere.
Yum. Thọ Tường is open on South 38th Street there in the Lincoln District in Tacoma, open every day of the week, except for Mondays. And beware, that duck does sell out, usually by about 2 o'clock every single day.
Up next, you don't have to go too far to get out there. We've got the 4 best urban hikes in Everett. One of them is pretty wild.
Wow!
Local stories make a difference.
That's good.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
Welcome back to Remlinger Farms Incarnation, ahead of their big final weekend for the Thing Music Festival. The Roots, amongst others, will be here. As you can tell, the rides are also fully operational. Kids 12 and under, you're going to get in for free. And if you get your ticket to the concert, you can come enjoy the rides in the amusement park as well. It's a win-win. But maybe you're not a rider. Maybe you're a hiker. The Cascades, the trailheads, they can be scary this time of the year. But we caught up with a local hiking expert that says there's some trails around here that you are thoroughly going to enjoy. Here's the 4 of the very best in Snohomish County.
You don't have to go a great distance to find a great trail. Just ask local hiking guide author Craig Romano.
That's the great thing about so much of Western Washington, Puget Sound, is that we're surrounded by nature, and so much of it is literally in our backyards.
He has been putting on the miles, seeking out nearby natural wonders, and putting them in his urban trails guidebooks.
I just love being outdoors in nature. Finding a nice trail in a natural environment, I'm happy.
Romano shared his top 3 trails in Everett.
It's Mount Pilchuck right over here. We've got Three Fingers, Whitehorse. You see Baker in the distance.
Number 1 is Spencer Island, a place you drive right past if you ever take I-5 through the city.
This is Spencer Island right here, and this is the Union Slough. We are just a couple miles from downtown Everett. I-5 is less than a half mile away, but I can still, on this side, I can hear the chatter of birds on this side. If you are a bird watcher, the whole Snohomish River Delta, Spencer Island is one of the best places on the North Sound for bird watching. There's always eagles here, there's always herons, lots of ducks.
Another of Romano's favorite hikes near Everett is Lord Hill Park, a network of forested trails between Monroe and Snohomish.
Nearly 1,500 acres, so it's a very large park, more than 30 miles of trails. Wonderful for mountain biking, trail running, horseback riding. It's a great park, and it does not get that crowded either.
Welcome to Jetty Island.
And Jetty Island's boat-in only beach hike also makes the cut.
So other great areas in Everett, Jetty Island is an amazing place. It's a 2-mile long island. It's man-made. It was built about 100 years ago from dredging the river, and the dunes have accumulated. There's plants on there. It's grown. It's an amazing place. Wonderful place. So it's one of the best beaches in the North Sound.
Next time you need to get out in nature, don't overlook what may be right in front of you or directly above your head.
That is a beautiful osprey just circling over Smith Island right now.
Because there's plenty of beauty in your own backyard, if your backyard happens to be in the Pacific Northwest.
You don't have to go to Rainier. You don't have to go to Yellowstone, Grand Canyon. You've got wildlife and natural beauty surrounding you. And in many respects, it's just more important to connect people and to protect these areas because they're close to where all the people live.
All right, if you're keeping count, you know that was not 4. That was just 3 trailheads. The number 4th is a one-of-a-kind trail in Everett that deserves some special attention because it's so popular with humans and animals.
My name's Tom Murdoch. I'm the director of the Adopt a Stream Foundation. We're on the Northwest Stream Center's Nature Walk. We're between Seattle and Everett, half mile off the freeway. It's so accessible, and hardly anybody knows we're here.
This place may be a secret spot for people, but wildlife knows it's here. Game cameras have discovered coyotes, bears, even bobcats enjoying this boardwalk.
And some of them have thankfully posed for our motion cameras.
Tom Murdoch walks this trail every day, and it still surprises him.
One of the most fun things we saw for the very first time were baby coyotes, pups out here. We had never seen the pups before.
There were fresh coyote tracks on the boardwalk when we visited. One of the reasons animals come here is that the trail is never crowded with humans.
We limit the number of people that come here to no more than 5 people per 15 minutes. So when you do come here, it's like you're in a private nature preserve.
And you don't need a game camera to see plenty of creatures here yourself.
These are resident cutthroat trout.
We saw baby ducks and baby salamanders on our nature walk, and there was something to learn at every turn.
I tell everybody, if you read all the information on this walk and remember it, you'll pick up a natural science degree.
We can't promise you'll see bears or a bobcat when you visit the Northwest Stream Center's Nature Trail, but we can guarantee you'll see why we need to preserve places like this.
You come out into the forest, listen to the sounds or the silence, take a deep breath, and feel stress of the day just float away. It's just a wonderful place to be.
All right, the Stream Keepers Trail is open to the public Tuesday through Saturday. The admission is just $7. Kids 5 and under, you're for free. And do make a reservation. They prefer that. They want to keep it peace and quiet.
From a market owned by a best-selling author to a heavenly place to stay, eat, and drink, we send Saint to find Port Orchard's offbeat attractions.
All aboard, welcome back to evening. We're at Remlinger Farms here in Carnation. The thing everybody's talking about, the music festival. It's happening this weekend. Thing, The Roots, a bunch of other big artists coming together. STG got involved and they have a wonderful venue here. More than 6,000 people can pack in and enjoy the sunshine and that music. We've got plenty of info on our website. Now, this would be the perfect weekend to get out and explore just about everywhere. The weather looks perfect. St. Brian takes us to Port Orchard with the locals guide on what to do.
For the espresso fuel I need for my soul, my first stop is here, Revive Coffee House.
Revive is very family oriented, so we get to know our customers' names, their life, what's going on.
I always like to start these stories with a nice hot cup of coffee because I need to be at my sharpest. I don't know where I'm going next. But Desiree Wheeler knows.
I think that you should go to Josephine's Mercantile. It's down on Bay Street by the water. They are a really cool business and they have a bunch of different shops of repurposed items.
College students Melanie Dean and Kelly Williams enjoy shopping here during study breaks.
There's so many things to look at, from clothes to candles to jewelry.
Each shop has its own distinctive personality. Okay, how about a show of hands? Where should I get lunch?
I think you should go check out the Olala Market. It just recently got bought by an author named Greg Olson, and he revamped it and he made it so cute, so beautiful now with the patio, and then you can kind of see a little bit of Mount Rainier if it's not cloudy.
It used to be called Al's, and it was a kind of a convenience store with a little bit of beer on the side, and we completely redid it, trying to make it a family place.
All right, so where should I go next? And do I really want a guy who writes true crime books to tell me?
I think you should go to Banner Forest, which is just down the road, about a mile from here. It's a heritage park. It's got miles, actually, of trails in it. You're gonna love it.
Well, it seems a little unpopulated.
Greg, where have you sent me? I'm going to need to run into some people here, or the story ends with me lost in the woods.
And just in the nick of time, two cyclists, Nate and Jonathan.
All right, Nate, how do I end my adventure?
So I would go to a local independent bookshop called Salmonberry Books, grab something to read, and then head to Holy Water and grab a drink and enjoy the book.
We took a building that had been empty for many years and turned it into something extra special.
Holy Water is an 1895 church with an Airbnb in the chapel.
It's a beautiful open space with 25-foot ceilings.
There's a lounge to get dinner and a courtyard down below.
Our bar is really comfortable.
A beautiful way to close this chapter on my visit to Port Orchard.
Thank you, Saint. Another pro tip, Saturday is a great time to visit because you can go shopping during the Waterfront Farmers Market. And be sure to tell them St. Brian sent you. No, really, tell them. We need the marketing.
Up next, one of the artists you can expect to see at the Thing Festival this weekend.
Now in our 39th season, Evening shares local stories that make our community shine. Thanks to support from Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
And welcome back to Evening Sunshiny Edition. We are in Carnation here at Remlinger Farms with the Thing everybody is talking about. Thing, the music series, the big crescendo is this weekend. The owner, Nathan, is here. Thanks for letting us kind of just run amok on the property today.
Hey, not a problem.
Good news is there's still some tickets left. You got some big artists coming this weekend. The Roots, amongst others, will be right here. You can accommodate over 6,000 people. How do they get the tickets?
Yep, they can purchase online or here at Remlinger Farms. And like you said, there's 6,000 people that can come here. Tickets are still available. Kids 12 and under are free, and you get access to our amusement park.
We love it. Thanks for keeping the family farm heritage alive, man. We love it. A lot of my family celebrations have happened right here on this property. Come celebrate with them this weekend. To play us out, one of the artists that you'll actually see, artist and actor Tunde Adebimpe. He's actually the front man for TV on the radio. We'll see you next time.
I was thinking about my time in space. I was thinking about the human race in the age of tenderness and rage. Had me kicking through the end of days. From inside I heard a message cry, shining like mirrors in the sky. So get your head right and hold it high. So look around now, baby, you know you got the touch because you're time and space. I was thinking about the human race in the age of tenderness and rage. Had me flipping for an extra